Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing?
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Nana Cat.
Good morning, Carrie, Michelle J, and Nana Mama Cat. How are you ladies doing today?
Good morning, Maureen.
I am doing great. The weather right now is at 88 degrees. Ugh. But you know, it's not as I guess you could say humid as it was at 6:30 this morning. I promise you guys, at 6:30 this morning, all you needed outside was a bar of soap and a towel. It was that humid. It was awful.
It's 63 here.
Well, 75 with a high, not even 80. Oh my goodness, Michelle, I got to come to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Let's see what our temp is going to get up to today. Oh, here we go again. Light rain expected around 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Good morning, Mary.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Mary. How are you, sweetheart? Today's high is for 93 with a feel of 104.
Oh, God.
Yep, and the rain is supposed to be between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's the greatest chance of rain.
Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Amy. 70 here and a light breeze. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Rottweiler.
Hi, Rottweiler. Good morning.
How are you today? Thank you so much for being here with all of us. We do appreciate it. So what is your weather like?
Yes, and I have some good news.
What's that?
I get to pick up my car today.
Yay! That's so awesome, Carrie.
Right after the live, I'm going to get the cash, and I'm going down to pick it up.
Oh, Carrie, that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you.
I'll be dead tomorrow, but I'm going to go get it.
No, you're not going to be dead tomorrow.
No, so this is what I have to do. Yeah, I'm going to be. Because I don't mean like physically dead.
Yeah, you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah. I don't mean dead, like as in not alive. Hi,
Sherry K. She says, great. That means I'll be flying in the rain.
Yes, are you going out tonight?
Yes, she's leaving this afternoon.
Oh, did you have fun, Sherry?
Good morning, Laura. How are you, sweetheart?
Good morning, Maureen in trouble. But what I have to do is I have to go to the post office and get money orders, and they only do money orders up to 1,000.
Oh my goodness.
So I have to get 8 of them, and you're only allowed to get 3, and then after 3 you have to sign like some paperwork. I don't even know. Florida is the only one with the humidity of 101 at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, safe travels, Sherry.
So real quick, where in Central Florida are you, Rottweiler? Okay, so you got to go get your money orders.
And then and I have to go in and get them.
Right.
I can't have Jason go in and get them because it's on my card.
Right.
So I have to go in and get them, and then I have to sign this fill out this paperwork.
She says you can get a cashier's check at the bank.
I don't have a bank. I just have a debit card.
It doesn't matter. You can go into any bank and get a cashier's check.
Will they take a debit card? I
That I
didn't
don't
think
know.
I didn't think they would take a debit card to get a cashier's check.
Well, I was just thinking if you had the cash, you
I
can
don't
go
have
into.
cash. I have a
Okay.
debit card.
Okay. Michelle, she is already on the road. She and Joey left early this morning. They're going to try to make their trip all in one day.
They miss their kitties, I bet.
Well, that and Joey wanted to have enough time to, recoup, get things put away, and all that kind of stuff before he had to start back to work on Monday. And yes, I'm sure they're missing their little fur babies.
Yeah. And then I have to go into the dealership and maybe I don't have to go into the dealership. Maybe he can come out with the paperwork like they did last time.
I bet they will.
And then I have a step stool to get into the driver's seat. They're very accommodating. They
Yeah.
really were. So I'd rather just with the money go in there. I'd hate to lose any of the money outside.
Right.
So I'm going to try to go in there.
Yes,
Yeah,
Michelle J. She can do it.
I'm just going to plan on being a little sore tomorrow, which is fine. And then we got to take the rental car so that Jason can detail it, vacuum it out because it's got dog hair. I don't know how Patsy has any hair. She
Because the
loses
amount she sheds.
so much. It's like, where's all this hair coming from? I'm just really glad that it's black.
Right. Great advice, Michelle J. She said, take some Tylenol before you head out and start doing all this running around.
I can't use Tylenol.
So what do you use?
I can't use anything over the counter, as a matter of fact. Nothing over the counter works for me. My friend had running boards installed on her SUV.
They sure do help.
But and I don't know how much that's going to cost. It's not something that I'm going to be able to do right away.
But it's something that you can do in the future.
Well, in the future, I hope to be able to get up in the car.
Well, yes, but still, I mean, I can get up in my truck. It would be hard, but I could get up in my truck. But having the running boards, makes it a lot easier. It really does. So,
yeah. Anyway, and so he's going to detail the car, vacuum it out, and I don't know. Do you have to wash the car?
No, you just have to make sure it has a full tank of gas.
Yeah. And then we have the car until Friday, but I just want to get rid of it. It's just been a headache from day one because she's just been, we only had the car until Tuesday, this 2 days ago. Good morning, Rosalie.
Good morning, Rosalie. How are you doing today? And there is our naughty knitting girl. How you doing, sweetie?
And then Monday came along and we still hadn't gotten the money. And I told her, I said, there's no way we're going to be able to get a car by Tuesday. And she said, then I'll extend it till Thursday. And I told her yesterday, I said, this money hasn't come through. And she said, it'll probably come through tomorrow. And I said, we're not the type of people to keep the car as long as you've got it okay to, okay lease to us or whatever.
Right.
Loan to us. As soon as we get our car, they're going to get the car back. So
Right.
I'll tell her today that we'll be bringing it back today.
Good.
I can't give her a time limit, but it
Right.
will go back today before 5.
That's nice.
Probably noon. I mean, however long it takes us at the dealership, and then for him to detail it, and then we'll be good to go. But trying to crank out some ball sacks. Woo! Love that.
Yes. Been on vacation, so I really haven't been keeping up with your website. Is it this Friday that you'll be dropping more pictures of new merchandise? Maybe that's what I should say, put in there. Well, today's topic is all about Tripping Thursday. And since July seems to be, Sandra says actually her husband ordered and installed the running boards on the SUV. Now, it's still something Carrie can think about and look at this Friday and next, then on a 2-week schedule. Okay, that's good. Type the word drops.
Running boards for Chevy Journey 2018.
Type the word drop, sweetie, so that folks will know where to go catch you. Or maybe put in your link for your website. Yeah, there's her YouTube channel, folks. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? We're doing great. But anyway, as I said, today is all about Tripping Thursday. So I wanted to know if you could go anywhere for a vacation, where would you go? Good morning, Mama Gwen. Michelle Mosaic said Scotland.
Hi, Gwen. Good morning.
Sherry Cage said, Michelle Mosaic said Scotland. Sherry Cage just said, where? Europe. Oh, Gwen says touring Italy.
Good morning, Carrie.
Did little Carrie pop in here?
No, Carrie Peterson did.
Okay. Yes, I said hello to her.
I didn't. I was busy trying to find out how much running boards were.
I have always, ever since high school, I guess, maybe even younger, I don't know. I have always wanted to go to Greece. Don't ask me why. I've just always wanted to go to Greece. Mallorca, Spain, Rosalie says. I hope I said that right.
You guys are going to laugh at me.
Where do you want to go?
I'd just rather stay home.
Oh, be adventuresome.
I am. In October, I'm going to Boise, Idaho. That's adventuresome.
Okay, well, I guess you could consider that a little vacation. Second, at the top of my list, although I have already been there, I most certainly want to go back and spend as much time as it takes for me to get in everything that I want to see, and that is Washington, D.C. I was there for about a week and a half, and I did not get to see everything I wanted to see. In fact, just the Smithsonian Institute alone, I think would take a whole week to get through. And I only got to see one little bitty section of it.
Hmm.
And that took us nearly all day to look at because there's just so much stuff there.
My dad he drove twice. He went to see my brother who lives in New York, New York, or somewhere below New York, just right outside of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And he drove down to Washington, D.C., and spent a couple of days looking at all of the stuff in Washington, D.C.
Right.
I mean, he spent one day at one area, and then he drove back to my brother's, and he drove down and spent another day somewhere else.
There
Yeah,
are
vacation. Yeah.
Carrie says she has a long list of places that she'd like to go, but top of her list right now would be Scotland. And
But
then the only other place really, and it wouldn't be a vacation. Well, no, the only other place I would really love to go is
hi,
to
Daniel.
Chicago because they have a fabulous museum there. And I would really, really love to go and see it. Good morning, Daniel. How are you, sweetheart? You getting ready for another fun packed day? Oh, Naughty says, I would love Alaska, New Zealand, or anywhere in Europe. I love photography, so all that sounds like fun. Oh, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go to Alaska during the time of the year. Yeah, getting ready. Just got some coffee. I would have to go to Alaska during the time where they have a lot, and I mean a lot of light. Because they do have long months of just darkness all the time, and I couldn't do that. As a bright sunshine girl, I has to have my light. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've always wanted to. I have been to New York, and it is definitely for this little country bumpkin a place where you go and fly in, fly out. Daniel says, come to Scotland during the summer. It doesn't get dark. I've heard that. Carrie says, I did a river rafting trip in Alaska in the Brooks Range Mountain. It remains my favorite trip ever. Well,
I
DC is,
have done I have done river rafting, and that was a blast. I think that remains my favorite trip too.
mm-hmm,
But it was just in the Deschutes. It was just in Oregon. Um, Granted, my first trip I got hurt, but I did it again.
right.
Um, It was fun. I did it twice.
Well,
It
this
was
would
so
not.
much fun. I had to do it twice.
Well, this would not be considered a vacation, but I have always said if I ever get to go up to Massachusetts to visit my daughter, um, now they go to New York a lot, but they take the train. Sherry, help me out. Train. Okay. Sherry Kay's still here, so I had to ask. But
Hi,
anyway,
Sherry Kay.
um, they take the train to New York City every 3 or 4 months. And anyway, I would like to go to New York City, be there for the day, stay long enough to watch them flip on the switch on the Christmas tree, and then skedaddle. That's all I want of New York City. Like I said, been there, done that. Don't think I wish to go back again.
Wow, Rosalie.
Oh goodness, Switzerland and Germany. Sorry. I've been down the Comel River down around between New Braunfels and San Antonio in Texas, but we did the Lazy Man's. You know, it's just a nice, gentle on your inner tubes and just float on down. Has a few rapids, but not that
Hi,
many.
Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel, for popping in here, sweetheart. Y'all have a blast today. Just be mindful it's supposed to rain between 5 and 7.
Are they coming over tonight?
No, I think they're going to go to.
Hi, Froggy.
Hey, sweetheart. How far are y'all now? A dangerous river, but it was fun. Yeah, see, I don't do well with that. Yes, they are on the road. I want to know where y'all are at, though. Going to Epcot and then Medieval Times later tonight. That's right. I couldn't think of the restaurant. If y'all have never been to the restaurant Medieval Times, if you can ever go, it is a awesome experience. I went with my oldest daughter when she was in the 7th grade band. The band that year had won just past Jacksonville. Oh, so you're still in Florida. Their band had won first in marching contest and in concert contest. So that made them a sweepstakes band. They were invited to Austin, so we took the whole band up there, spent a couple of days taking them around the Capitol and that kind of thing. And we took them to the Medieval Times. You can eat anywhere in the restaurant that you want to, but they have in the evenings where they have the knights come out. There's all this jousting and stuff going on. Sorry, we have a missing child alert. So anyway, it was an awful lot of fun. It really was, but that was when I was much, much younger and could handle the crowd and the noise, because it does get noisy in there. Good morning, Candy. How are you doing, sweetie? Oh, thank you, Froggy. Yes, please be sure to leave your thumbprint while you're coming in or leaving, because it does help the YouTube algorithm. And those of you that are lurking, please be sure and leave your thumbs too. I would greatly appreciate that.
I was the first thumb.
Oh, you were? Well, thank you. Oh, Candy, are you sick, sweetheart? Oh, you're off today. Well, that's good. Oh, all right, folks. That is the link for you to go and the voting is up today. Aw, that's so sweet, Michelle. Mosaic. Please go vote for my mini me. Yes. So what she dropped was the Hearts on Fiber. They had a little stubbies contest. If you participated, you were given certain schemes or certain color schemes, I believe, of yarn, and you had to make something that used all of those schemes of color. So she made a little mini me. She did show it on a couple of her lives, so that would be awesome. Okay. So please be sure to check out that website and go and vote for her little mini me.
It won't let me vote.
Froggy has said it won't let her vote yet. Is the voting open now? I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? Yes, ma'am. Well, Well, Carrie's trying to vote. I do think that I would like to enter it the next time they have one. She said, yes, it is open. Just keep scrolling down.
Oh,
I think she's getting there now, Froggy.
oh, I'm ready to vote.
Oh, there we are. She says she's ready to vote. Hello, Sonja. How are you doing? Thank you so much for popping in here with us. So, Sonja, if you could have any kind of vacation that you wanted, where would you go? And Candy, there's some of you here that haven't responded yet, but I think it's because we got off on a different tangent for just a few moments. You're doing okay. Well, that is awesome, Sonja. Oh, boy, Scotland seems to be popular right now. Nana Mama Cat would love to go to Scotland. Yeah. If I had to choose, Scotland is pretty. I would also love to go to Ireland. Number one, that's where part of my roots are from. So I would definitely love to go there. My husband's mother went several years ago to Scotland. I mean, to Ireland with the group. You know, she got a discount, went over there, and she took this picture of a Irish gentleman.
Hi,
And he had a, I'm just going to call it a old English sheepdog standing right there with him. They were standing in the doorway of a building, and Jackie asked, you know, do you mind if I take your picture? And he says, oh, no, ma'am. And he posed for her, you know, very relaxed and everything. She came back, painted the picture because she does very well with oils, and it won first place at whatever art show that they had that was coming up. It was very, very, very nice. In fact, all of us have fought over it ever since. Froggy said, I would go be with my friends again. Oh, that's awesome, Froggy. We did have a good time, didn't we? Yes, we already missed you, sweetie. Michelle Mosaic says a lot of people have roots in Scotland. That's exactly right. And Froggy Candy said she voted for you.
So did I. Twice.
Oh. Sonja said, it is loud here, so I'm struggling to hear. Hubby has the TV on loud. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Do some folks have the option to turn on the closed caption on a live?
I think so.
Oh, you do too. Sonja says, I have roots in Scotland. I guess that is what makes it very popular. I hadn't thought about that, Michelle Mosaic. Thank you for pointing that out. Good morning, Jane. How are you, sweetie? If you could go anywhere, Jane, for vacation, where would you go?
I would go somewhere that doesn't have a lot of kids, says Amy.
Well, that means you can't go camping, Amy. Because you know there's going to be kids there. I haven't found a campground yet that doesn't have kids, which is okay. As long as they're not around me, that's all right. Now, if they're my own kids or my own grandkids, you know, that's different. But, well, Carrie, we have just like a few seconds before the half hour. You have the devotional ready?
No.
Oh, wow, Michelle Mosaic. She said, I traced my family to the 1800s in Scotland.
Wow.
Sonja says, a lot of Eastern Kentucky folks have Scottish, German, and Irish roots. Yes, ma'am, they do. Jane
Jane
says,
said
good question.
she'd like to go somewhere quiet. Okay, here we go. Day 200. We only have 165 days left in this year.
I know, crazy.
Grateful to serve. Service is the rent that you pay for room on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley Prism, I think. We experience so many good things in this life. We pray that you give us appreciation for them all. Every day, let us give thanks for the people in our lives that we care about and who care for us. Let us give thanks for the many things which we too often forget, we too often take for granted: food, clothes, shelter, and every kind of provision that we enjoy. For the thoughtfulness of strangers and the beauty of nature, we also give thanks. Centered in gratitude, make us grateful to serve. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That was nice. I like that idea of service is how we pay rent here on this earth. That's kind of a unique way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It was, wasn't it, Carrie? Well, I'm going to get back to the vacation thing. When I was in DC, my husband took me around to a few of the battlegrounds. I got to see Thomas Jefferson's memorial, but from a distance. So I would love to go back and see that. I did get to go to see and walk around the huge Lincoln Memorial. I mean, you've seen pictures of it and you've seen the pictures of people around it and everything, but to get a true firsthand idea of just how massive that thing is, you've got to be there to see it. It's just wow. I got to drive around. There's a statue around one of the parks in which you can, it has when the guys planted the flag on that island. Anyway, they have a huge metal statue or sculpture of that flag and them planting it. Anyway, as soon as you drive up to it, as you're driving around it, it's like it's moving with you, kind of like Mona Lisa following you. It's very, thank you. I almost said Iwo Jima, but I wasn't real sure. Thank you, Nana Mama Cat. She said she voted Froggy. Sonja says, I need a quiet place. My house is always busy, it seems. Yes, I remember those days. You love your kids to be here, but I would like a few days of peace. When my girls were growing up, soon as school was out, I had kids at my house all the time, studying, planning cheerleading, new cheers and all that kind of stuff. And so it was nothing for me to have a whole group of kids over at my house, which I never complained about because, at least if they were all over at my house, I always knew where my kids were. Kind of miss those days. I know, I know. Yours are grown, they're all adults, but I still wouldn't mind having them around. I'm just quirky, I guess, like that. I don't mind having my kids around, even though they are adults. Um, but there was just, you can't just go up there and plan, especially in the DC area, just for a few days. You know what I mean? Because you'd be rushing from here to here. Your days would be packed from morning to night. And I don't want to do that because I kind of felt like that's what it was like when I was there before. I want to be able to take my time, enjoy some of the monuments there, the museums. And that's what I would love to do if I ever could get to Greece, to go around and see all of the beautiful monuments. Sonia, I hear you. Good morning, Lydia. How are you doing today, sweetie? Been missing you.
Good morning, Lydia.
Lydia, we're all talking about if we could go anywhere for a vacation, what would be your favorite place to go? Or where would be your favorite place to go? But I love history, so that's why I would love to go and see things like that. My oldest daughter, for her high school graduation, her grandparents had us all meet at a campsite just outside of Carlsbad Caverns in West Texas. Maureen's not a cave person. So we started out at this, oh, you would visit New England. That would be nice. So we started out at this, I mean, they took us Pompeii. Yes. Yes. I would love to see that. Anyway, so we go down and we go down and we go down. You've been to Carlsbad Caverns as a kid? Well, no, I went as an adult. Now I'm a cat. So anyway, to make a long story short, we get down to this one landing, and there's these stairs off to the right. And the guide tells us, now, if you don't think that you can make the rest of the descent and, going through the cave and everything, you may exit to your right. Maureen should have exited to the right. Because I have to say, there were areas in which you had to go through these little bitty, narrow, very narrow places. I don't think I could get through there now. But anyway, and like I said, I'm very claustrophobic. But I didn't want my kids to be scared because Mama was scared. I don't wish that kind of feeling on anybody. So I made it all the way through the caverns, and we come to the very end, and there is what's it called, Nana Mama Cat? Like the big, anyways, this huge open room where the gift shop is, and just, I mean, it's really, really beautiful, with an exit and an entrance to the grand room, I think is what it was called, right over there. And I'm standing there looking at that. And I turned and looked at my father-in-law, and I said, we could have started at this end. He's looking at me, grinning from ear to ear. And he said, yes, but I wanted you to have the full experience. I didn't trust my father-in-law anymore after that. Whenever they say, hey, let's go on vacation to here. Nah, I learned to do my research with that man, let me tell you. But it was a lot of fun. I just would never do it again. I would like to go to my favorite place, the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. I go there all the time. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Another
Go ahead.
another thing that we did, um, it was in 2000, was we went through the ape caves in Mount St. Helens. Um,
Ape
and
as
huh?
in monkey? Ape?
Yeah. There aren't any monkeys or apes. I don't
Okay.
know why they even call them that, because there's crevices. Crevice isn't even the right word. What they are is they're lava canyons that have um, been formed from when she erupted,
Uh-huh.
and so that's what we were going through. And we had, it was winter. I don't even know why we did this. It was winter, and why do they call it ape caves?
Eight caves. This is the name what whoever found it.
Okay, we don't know why. Anyway, um, so we started. If you start at the beginning and you go, like you walk down the stairs, and you have your back to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
you can either turn to your left and go the long way out, or you can go forward and you can go to a dead end, which is very roomy and not a big deal, but you have to have flashlights. I mean, because there's no light in these caves. There is if you go the long way. There are holes that come from the ground.
Skylights.
Skylights, kind of. Anyway, I had been through the short end, but I'd never been the long way. And so we went the long way, and I was way smaller at that time, but there
Uh-huh.
were places that I don't know how I got through. There I went with three guys, and it took all three guys to get me through these spots. And I
Oh my
was like,
goodness.
my second husband, I was like, I'm like, I can't, I don't know. Can't is the only word in my vocabulary that I say the most, I swear. I can't get through here. And he's like, yeah, you can. Get your arms up there and we'll get you through. And I was like, what's on that? One of the guys would go through as to like catch me so I didn't like roll through the rocks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then finally we got to this one place where there was this huge opening, and I sat down and I was like, I'm not going any further. Have search and rescue put down the line and get me out of here. I'm not going. And they walked a little bit further and came back, and they're like, it's not much further from here. And I'm like, I don't want to go anymore. And I finally got, Jay finally talked me into going the rest of the way. And I got to the end and I slipped and fell on my butt and peed my pants. And I was
Oh
like,
no.
can anything else go wrong today? I mean, I had snow pants on and my regular pants, and I was wet from the snow, and it was miserable. But we had a good time until I peed my pants.
The Ape Cave in Washington State was named by a local Boy Scout troop in the early 1950s to honor their sponsor, the St. Helens Apes. The troop leader, Harry Reese, led the first exploration of the cave. The name of the sponsor may have come from the term brush apes, which was once used to refer to the foresters in the area, or from the Bigfoot legend.
Ah,
I'm sorry, I had to know. Because
okay.
if there's no apes there, it's like,
Why do they call it? Yeah. And,
There's Oily Cave right next to it. There's Bar Cave right next to it.
Jason looked it up too, and there's
No, I know. I've been in all.
oh,
of them.
well, he knows. He's been in them all. There's a lot of different caves
Mm-hmm.
in and around that area.
Right. Well, it said it's the largest tubular cave in North America. So,
Well, I didn't know that when I went through it, or I probably wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, we had fun
What a ditz.
shooting the shit out of a bunch of Cub Scouts.
oh,
That's not nice. I don't want to hear that. We're live. Leave us alone. Anyway, I did have a good time. I was glad that the guys came, and they, in all reality, the guys that I had met my husband online, and the
mm-hmm.
two guys that we were with were guys that we had met online, and so we really did have a good time.
That's good. That's
And
all
the
that
only
matters,
person
really.
that knew I peed my pants was my husband. So it wasn't like the group of people knew that I wet my pants.
Right, right.
But anyway, it was fun until I was soaked.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, um, all vacations really are fun. I have just found that the older I have become, I would rather either have, well, I would rather plan fewer things to do than to try to, you know, cram
Pack
this much
more.
in this many days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if I know I can make a second trip, then I'd much rather break up or make a list of the things that I want to do this time and then come back and do these things the next time. Doesn't
Yeah.
always work out, but I do try to make sure I want to, on the first trip, these are the things I definitely want to see here. And then when I come back, then I can see this. I just remember,
So ready.
yes, I know, Nana Mama Cat. She said, I went to the Alamo as a little girl right after seeing the movie, The Alamo. It didn't match what I was expecting in my childlike mind. Right. When we took my oldest daughter's Girl Scout troop to the Alamo. Now, it's not because I had seen the movie or anything. It's just that I had in from hearing and reading, in books and things like that. I really was expecting this big old West style fort, and it's not. I mean, some of the buildings are there, like obviously the big Alamo Chapel, and some of the bunkhouses, I believe is what they're called, but not not many of the walls anymore. But it really is awesome to walk into the chapel itself, see the rooms off to the side, and see all the restoration. When you look at the pictures, what it was before they came back and started restoring. It's really neat to see because it did sit in disrepair for a long time. And then, of course, if you have the opportunity to go to see the Alamo, you must see the other 7 missions around in that area because they are beautiful. They really, really are. And I know of 3 that are still active. I mean, they still held church services and, very active for the community that they're in. Yep. And then the others, just like the Alamo, they're more of a museum piece. Yeah, we've always tried to, especially when our girls were little and we would take them on vacation, try to find historical things in the area of where we would take them. San Antonio was a big place. We took them a lot to New Mexico around Santa Fe and Taos. Um, and then up into Colorado, Durango. Oh my goodness, and Silverton. Those happen to be their most favorite places to go. And wait, Mesa Verde. Anything that had to do with Indian history, all three of them were fascinated, for us to go there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they really enjoyed.
I think of all those places and I think of snakes and spiders and they're just not places I want to be.
Oh,
now I can do a snake as long as it's a boa.
Something big you can see.
Well, I don't have a problem with the boa as long as it's not bigger than me and can strangle me.
Right.
Well,
I'm like you. I don't want to be anywhere where the snakes and the spiders are either, but I'm not going to keep them from letting me go to places that I want to go see. So Lydia says, what is everyone working on? I'm working on my diamond art painting.
She's doing some really pretty crosses.
Mm-hmm. Coming back then. Michelle Mosaic is working on a 3/4 sweater for herself out of the Big Twist Prism. Sherry Kay is working on a triangular scarf out of the Mandela string. And oh my goodness, guys, when I got
string,
STRING.
That's what I thought you said. I've never even heard of it.
Well, evidently it's new. It is, when you feel it, it feels just like mercerized cotton, but it's 100% acrylic. But oh my goodness, it feels so nice, and it's working up so well. Yeah. I'm prepping for my market on Saturday, Rosalie says. And yes, Fort Sumter is also interesting.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is what Sherry Kay is working on with that.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Isn't it?
The coloring. Oh, my Lord.
But wait. But look at that stitching, folks. It looks just like cotton. I kid you not. The colorway that she's using is Jingle. But look at that, folks. Let me see if I can pick it up. This is a one weight, and I am not kidding you. The feel of it is
so
just.
Does it come in like a skein?
Yes, it's a small skein, but yes, it is a skein. It is 100% acrylic, made in Turkey, machine washable and dryable. I'm trying to find the 350 yards and a 3.5 ounce weight skein. There you go. Looks just like a little ball of cotton or skein of cotton.
Wow. And how much is one of those skeins?
She got it at Hobby Lobby. Can you believe that?
Yeah, Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby has it right now for $6.49, but she got it during the week.
I got it 30% off.
Yeah, for 30% off. So she bought it during the week of the 30% off. So
wow.
Yes. But I am not kidding you guys. This feels just like mercerized cotton.
It's Mandela.
Yes, it is. Lion Brands Mandela. I told her, I said, I have not seen this, but I'm definitely going to go find me some.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Maureen, she's got to have her Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
The only Mandela that I do not have anything of is the one with sequins. Because number one, I don't like sequins. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I was going to say, I can give you some.
No, ma'am. Maureen does not like. Sherry says, I can give you some. And then, nope. No.
That was a beautiful colorway, though. Oh
Yes,
my
it
gosh.
is. I can't wait to look at some of the others. Oh, this is what, so Michelle got this at Joann's. It's on clearance. It's the Big Twist Prism.
That's
And
pretty
that's-
too.
Its colorway is rainbow quartz. Isn't that pretty, folks?
Mm-hmm.
She is making herself a cardigan out of it. This is 100% acrylic. It's 273 yards, 7 ounces, and it is a medium 4-weight. And I'll show you what it looks like making up. Isn't that pretty?
It is really pretty. Wow.
And she's using the half double crochet for that. Just look at
Mhm.
that. And folks,
Very
the
pretty.
colors, what is really pretty about this is that, no, I don't want to do that. What's really pretty about this is that it starts with one solid color and then it starts wrapping in some of the other colors. Okay. So like this one, it has the purple and the yellow wrapped together.
Mhm.
And then let's see if we can get, yeah, it's still coming out purple and yellow. Let's not unwrap it too much.
Well, I'm used to it.
But anyway, and then it'll go to one of these solid colors. Okay, and now it's switching to the yellow and the pink. But it's just very subtle, the color changes. And then it'll start with a new solid color, and then it'll start twisting in another color, do some color changes. I mean, it's just, I don't understand why it was on clearance myself. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. It is, isn't it, Carrie? Whose pattern are you using?
It's a free one on YouTube.
She said she's following a pattern that's free on YouTube. So she's following a tutorial. Let's see. Carrie told Lydia, I use a pattern by Jada in Stitches. I think it's called Sunburst or something. I have memorized the pattern, so I forget the name of it. And Lydia says, thank you. I need to make some more because I have a lot of cotton. Well, let me go back up here. What are you girls talking about making?
It is Easy Crochet Cardigan for Beginners.
Who's it by?
Kate Cattery, Catiree.
Cattery?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a cardigan for beginners by Cattery, Katie Ree. Naughty says, I'm currently in the sewing machine. Current in the sewing machine is yarn buckets for the fuzzy sheep. Oh, awesome. Oh, so Carrie was saying that she's replenishing a stash of cotton coasters. There you go. So you were sharing what you were making with that. Oh, honey, I've got just about every Mandela cake there is out there. I have at least 2 or 3 skeins. Sherry Kay said she does too. A couple of years ago, I lifted quite a few off of Carrie, my co-host here today. And yeah, man, I just love Mandela. I really, really do.
How many boxes did we fill?
3.
That's what I thought.
Yep. There were 3 of them, and they were packed with Mandela.
Jason packed them, so they were packed.
Yes, they were. They really
had
were.
to, when she opened them, they had to went, whoop,
They did.
like
Yes,
popcorn.
they really did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. fact, it's one of my first, I think, Happy Mails that I put up on my website. I mean, on my YouTube channel. It was a lot of yarn, but I was so happy to get it. Really was. Well, folks, we have been here exactly 1 hour and a few minutes. I so appreciate y'all coming in every time whenever we pop up here to share a little bit of time and topics, whether it's all about yarn or not. We just appreciate you being here with us. Please remember to share out some love with one another today. Go and support some of our other YouTubers that have lives or some interesting tutorials. You know, you don't have to let them know that you're there, but just be sure to show them some love. I like that. Show them some love. Go and watch what they're putting out there for us, because, you know, it's easy to get up and do a live, but I tell you what, it's a lot harder to do some of the other videos that we all love to watch and see. So be sure and go spend a little time out there showing some love with some of your other channels. So until tomorrow, we'll be back over at Carrie's house. Please remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see. Carrie, my darling.
And remember, if we all do one random act of kindness, we could change the world.
Yes, we
Love you
could.
guys.
Love y'all, and thank you again for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.